People sometimes ask if you can use one of these fans on a teardrop camper for ventilation. You can. They're very noisy, which I'll demonstrate here on this battery. This is, you can run just one of the fans. Which is not too bad. But now I'm gonna tie the both of them together because there is two fans in here, and it'll move a bunch of air, and it'll be mounted on the outside of your trailer like this, so the rain won't come in. All right, so let's plug it. Let's give it a little juice now. Oop, I didn't tie that very good. Didn't twist that very good. Trying to do this in a little tiny camper because I was out here working on it. Alright, so it makes a little bit of noise and it moves some air, but I thought if I put it on a rheostat, now I'm not going to have a control because I'm leaving this one hooked up. It's just too difficult to pull those little wires out and plug the new wires in and that stuff and make the video way too long. So let's listen to this one. When you put them on a rheostat, and this is a rheostat for a light, when you put it on a rheostat to slow it down, and you might not even hear that, but you need some kind of air movement in a camper. Otherwise, just your breath alone, will cause the walls to have condensate on them. And give you an idea what size that fan is. This is my hand. So once you get all the way up, it stops that noise, and that's okay. But that one has a whine, so I'm gonna hold this one up there, and we're gonna run it at the same time, but you'll be able to tell because the whine is different on each one of them. When you get up on a higher speed, the whine stops, but on low speed, so you can see a fan jump whenever it gets some juice. But this one is making so much more noise that it's drowning that one out. You turn it up and there's no noise, but that's moving quite a bit of air. So I'm gonna move the wire off of this one. You can see the difference. This one barely makes a little noise, and I'm sure it's because of the rheostat to slow it down, but you don't, in the wintertime, you just need a slow fan. See the noise difference? I wouldn't exactly call this deafening, but I wouldn't want to try to listen to this thing going all night long on a winter night when you're trying to keep a little airflow going. That's just going to be too much. Oh, my tripod's stuck on a wire. So these are $16 off Amazon, and you can usually find these for about $4 or $5 a piece. I think I bought a box of 4 and they were $3 a piece. So it's not too bad. I don't think you'll be able to hear the whine on this one over the sound the heater's going to make. But like I said, in the wintertime, you got to have some ventilation. Crack a window. Might be one across from the fan. Crack a window and run that while you're running your heater, whether it's electric or gas. But if it's don't run propane in here, because for every pound of propane you burn, you get, I can't remember how much it is, but you get so much moisture out of that plus your breath. So I thought I'd just share that. That'll move quite a bit of air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little fans off of here, and I'm just going to use this on the outside of it as my vent out, and these will go on to another project. So now that I know on the next one, if I need to do a side vent, because this is going to be like this is going to hide that. It's going to be like a little vent hood, but it's not really a vent hood. It's just a way to hide the vent. Because this camper is too tall to have one on the roof and still get it out of the garage. But there we go. Although it'll have this, I've already made this for a regular MaxxAir vent, so if somebody buys it and wants to keep it outside, then they can cut this out. It's already wired for 12 volt. They can have a regular vent